Okay, that's weird. Normally the stereo goes quiet when I start a live stream. So technically that shouldn't have happened. I hope I don't get copyright struck. Oh, but if you want to see my full reaction, go to my Patreon page and give me money. Uh, I still can't get over the fact that people are getting away with that. And sooner or later, they're going to yank the rug from underneath them. And it's like, there goes that big fat source of income, where you've been making money off other people's movies. Ugh. Good morning to y'all. It feels like Monday, but it's actually Tuesday. And I hope y'all enjoy the Easter weekend. Um, I can't complain too much. It was a nice weekend. Sure, I only really left the house to go up, to visit the homestead, but that was about it. Okay, the great green screen leak, that wasn't. Now, a lot of you may have seen this. There was a photo flying all over Twitter. That they were claiming was a picture of Matt Smith and I think it was Ncuti Gatwa or something like that. And the thing was, it was blurrier than your average UFO photo. Okay, it made, most of your, out of range Bigfoot shots look like expert photography. And right there should have been warning number one. I keep telling people, look, well, my favorite one is they had to, blur the photo to protect the source. No, they frickin' don't. Come on, do you think they're absolute morons over there at BBC? That if you blur the photo a little bit, they're not going to know who took it? Or they're not going to know where it was taken and when it was taken? Just like that one of Bonnie Langford that someone was pushing. It turns out, I think it was just like when they were saying also, yeah, that wake, oh, my brain's blinking this morning. Catherine Tate was on set, turned out to be one of the producers, Nikki Wilson. And it's like, and I think that's what this other photo was the one time they were claiming it was Mel Bush. But I think Mel is going to appear, but I don't think they have any actual shots of her. But this one, yeah, was, and then one of the authors of this photo, or one of the, folks who created it came forward and said, look, this was meant to be kind of a, having a go at somebody. It wasn't meant to be an actual leak. It was supposed to be for a laugh, to make fun of other photos that people have claimed to be real. And so sadly, you had everybody from here out the Gallifrey base, out to Abbott House, Cairo, and everywhere else. I don't think they have said anything about it. But I took one look at it, and I didn't say anything about it because I was like, no. Because we are living in a day and age where all you have to do is pull your phone out of your pocket, aim it a general direction, hit a button, and chances are it's auto-focused, it's clear. No, like I said, I don't really watch Law and Order all that much anymore, so. And she's been in a lot of things, Michelle Gomez, so. So yeah, it turns out the great green screen photo people have been walking around touting to the moon was not worth dick. It was, something somebody had created as a gaffe, and sadly, because so many folks out there are chomping at the bit for news. Well, the thing is, I'm not interested in the pink ladies. Okay. Yeah, David Tennant's reprising his role as the one droid. I knew when I saw that droid in the trailer, I was like, oh, hell, I know who that is. He was in one of the, I believe it was Clone Wars, where they were taking the younglings to find the crystals for their lightsabers. So I instantly recognized that droid. So it's not a big surprise. Yeah, it's just, here's the thing. I'm sick and tired of, I'm getting sick of prequel series. Like, look at The Mandalorian. While technically being a prequel series, to the Star Wars, after trilogy movies or whatever you want to call them, sequels, it takes place in an era that's never been explored, which was roughly like 5 or 6 years after Endor. Um, and the people are like, well, how come you don't mention this? I said, because if you've read the Aftermath novels, it didn't all just magically end at Endor. There was a lot of uprisings and all that from people who just became too damn comfortable living under the Empire and all that. So Coruscant took years to get to where it is. It wasn't just everybody's happily, on the New Republic side now. No, that's not how it happened. Oh no, that's right. They rebooted that, didn't they? Oh man. It seems like everything's a reboot now. Everything's a prequel or a reboot or a remake. It's just, isn't there anything, original anymore? That, in territories you can go into. So Tharis has another YouTube channel. Well, good on him. If he can run two of them, like I said, I got a friend of mine on the net trying to get films made that are based off Scottish lore and things like that. And like I said, it's just, you know, sometimes it was like pulling teeth from the descriptions I read. And this is stuff that hadn't been touched on before. But have I seen the old Star Wars special effects? Yes. I saw the first movie when I was like just shy of 7 years old. It's like 6 or 7 years old. We saw Star Wars at a drive-in, if I remember right. It was like a week or so after it came out. Then of course we saw the others when they came out in theaters the first time around. There was no special edition or anything like that. I remember every now and then, like they're doing with Jedi, they re-release the movies in the theaters and all that. But you know what really grinds my gears? Okay, there is already whining going on about the current cast of the upcoming new series of Doctor Who. Wow, it's a massive prediction. Well, you have to remember, they literally, ILM was started out as a barn. Nearly all your basic special effects ideas and all that came from Industrial Light and Magic. Nobody was really touching on that genre anymore that much. And after Star Wars exploded, yeah, everybody got hopped in on the action. Yeah, they didn't have computers and all that. And some of them scenes where you saw ships ramming into the Death Star after being shot down, that was them driving by that. They actually created a stretch of the Death Star out there on the lot. And the one model was being held up on the end of like a fishing pole driven by a pickup truck going by it. CGI was little to almost, yeah, it was not, they did not really have CGI in 77 like they do now. No, it was, everything in the original movie was practical effects that, very little computer wise I can remember was used. and mainly that was just for screens. Um, I just remember when they wouldn't consider Tron for special effects and all that, because they're like Tron, one of the first major movies to use, computerized special effects. So yep. Well, yeah, they were off for the spring holiday. I think they usually get a week or so off for Easter. It's like 2 weeks. So, well, the thing is, if I remember right, Bad Wolf Studios has a green screen studio. So there's a good chance there's a lot of location filming they can skip, because they can do it right there, in studio. Yep, there were matte paintings and all that. Yeah, in the original Star Wars movies. Very well done stuff. No real computer graphics to speak of. These guys were literally, a lot of this they did from the ground up. Like I said, it started as literally a barn on the lot, a big warehouse type building, and I kind of knew this era was going to happen and go off this way, because, as I said, all my sources were at Rothlock, and now they've moved over to Bad Wolf. Getting info out of there, like I said, is like pulling teeth with a pair of tweezers. It's almost impossible. Well, so yeah, the green screen photo that was allegedly shooting Gatwa and Matt Smith, for you folks just coming in, has turned out it was completely bogus. That's why I didn't even touch on it, because, like I said, we live in an era where you can pull out a phone, press a button, and in an instant you've got a clear, crisp photo. Yet suddenly, lately we've had these blurred photos, and then of course they pull the classic, well, I didn't want the source to be revealed. It's like, hello, you think those guys over there are morons? They're going to know what the photo is, who it was of, and of course the blurring just happens to be a convenient thing to mask over the fact that it's probably a bogus picture. Like I said, I've seen pictures of Bigfoot with better resolution. Yeah, Michael Hunt. Now the TARDIS BL stuff we've seen, I believe, is genuine, but how they got that out of there, I have no idea. But because that was an actual video. Also, they managed to get photos of the concept art thing that was right there on the set. So, well, the thing is, though, is this: I keep an open mind on things like Bigfoot and all that, especially when National Geographic Explorer got their hands on the original Patterson-Gimlin film, and they broke it down digitally, frame by frame, scanned it, and everything. They said there's no way this could have been a fake. And like I said, I can present to you a lot of the arguments on why the Patterson-Gimlin film was not a fake. So, yeah, well, I'll believe it the day we land another lander on the moon, because they've been claiming we've been going to Mars. They've been claiming we've been going back to the moon now for decades. And then they go into the shuttle program, the great ship to nowhere. So, Loch Ness Monster, I hate to tell you, is more than likely fake. A lot of the stuff from the old days, like one of the more famous pictures, someone finally came forward and said it's it's completely bogus. And they even told how they made it. Chupacabras, I do not know anything about other than the legend of the quote-unquote goat sucker, or the way they call it, and but like I said, there could be new species of animals running around on this planet we know nothing about. Like I said, we know more about the surface of the moon and Mars than we do about our own oceans, let alone we've got huge tracts of land here just in the U.S. that haven't been foot surveyed since before the Civil War, and a lot of them haven't been foot surveyed at all. So, and speaking of that, folks, I'm a couple of minutes overdue. I got to run. Take care, everybody. I'll catch you all on the flip side. See y'all tomorrow. Like I said, be kind, be calm, be safe, and no, we've been to the moon. Sorry. And the reason I can tell you for a fact we've been to the moon is because to this day, on one of the missions, they left reflectors and all that on the surface, and we still use those reflectors to bounce lasers to measure the distance in the orbit of the moon. So, take care, everyone. I'm getting out of here. Enjoy your Tuesdays. Have a great day, y'all.